But you have to put on your microphone because now I still don't hear you. I don't hear you. So normally left under there's a microphone.
Hello.
Yes.
There you are. Oh my God, we did it. So today has been about loving perseverance.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, which is really interesting, right? You know, it took us 6 tries. This is the 6th time.
Yeah, exactly. But hey, the people who keep going for it, they always win at the end. People
Yes,
who keep
and we're winners. We are winners. Yes.
champions. No, so
So happy Valentine's Day. Happy
yes, you
Valentine's
do,
Day.
my darling, and let's get this year going. Let's get this love year going for you. Huh?
Yes, yes.
So
So how
tomorrow
did
you
you
have,
spend your Valentine's Day? How did you spend your Valentine's Day?
well, I worked. Uh, yeah, I'm working now on LinkedIn because they're women like you are, you know.
Uh-huh.
and uh, and then I took a nice long massage for
Oh,
two
nice.
six bucks.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Massages, I love massages. Oh my goodness. Was it a Thai massage?
No, no, a Balinese. I like an Indonesian massage, but they're also good. I
Okay.
can. It's not like Thai, but
Okay.
it's also very decent. Yes, yes. So I feel all
Nice.
relaxed.
I feel inspired to get one too. Where I'm sitting, the sun is here, so I hope you
Get
guys
over
can
here,
see
man. Just get over here.
me.
Just a plane flight away.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about love and intimacy,
Mm.
and you know, to share a little bit of, you know, what we experienced. Well, what I experienced with you. I think everyone's case is different. Obviously, every woman,
Mm.
every individual is just so complex and of their own right. Um, so me personally, I don't feel I had any intimacy issues in regards to getting close, but I did have like lots of walls, and I had gotten hurt, wounded from prior relationships, and I had felt that it was just easier to not even deal with it, to not even deal with being in a relationship.
Mm. Mm.
So, yeah. You made me laugh, you made me giggle, and you made me cry, Nico.
Yeah, well, I have that effect on women apparently. No, it's well, as a, you know, I think it's very important to, as a coach, to point something that you see and that you feel. I see you are an extreme optimist and you are a hard worker because you're a CEO. You have to be, you know, and you're someone that understands the process of going up and going further and working towards tomorrow. So that's why I want to work with people like you. But I also know that most of us go-getters, they're go-getters for a reason. There's always something that mm, well, it's never we never content. There's something that drives us forward, and it's positive. You know, it's something that we want to work towards, but it's also very often something that we want to cover up by doing activities and being all jolly and happy and fun. Some of the most happy people I know at the surface, I know because I talk to them and because they share with me, they're the most hurt deep inside.
Wait, wait. So wait. Hold on. So, are we talking about love today or what? Like, like,
I'm just talking about.
I just want to be, I just want to be clear because this is being recorded and I don't want to be put on the
No, but it's not about you, it's just generally. So I'm talking about
spot.
me. I'm
Oh,
talking about myself.
you.
Yes, yes,
Yeah, because you've gone through this before, so you know how to identify,
of course.
you know, the same issues that you've had and you've been through.
Oh,
Got
man,
it.
I have
That
much
makes
more
sense.
issues. You know, like it's not so long ago I was very bad. I was not the. I have some aura cleaning to do to certain body terms. Uh,
Mm.
because very simple. I try to always run away from realities. I try
Right.
to every time somebody came very close because I have no problem with getting close. That's not a problem. But then once they were close, oh. Yeah, and then that's why then I felt so loved and so happy, and in that moment, for some reason, my fight or flight response switches on. What happens is then, uh, when you're fearful or angry or have anxiety, your conscious brain just shuts off, and so you don't think logically, and then you're just doing automated pattern that you have installed when younger years, when you learned things that were not very adaptive, that were adapted at that moment as a child, but not as a grown man. And so I see this with a lot of people that once they are afraid for too much closeness or too little, you know, it's mostly one of the two. We humans have a tendency then to go into and then we react and we push each other away or we smother each other away. Same thing. It's two sides of the same coin. Uh, but luckily, not everybody has that. Some people find
Well, I mean, yeah, it's interesting, right? I mean, I do resonate with some of what you're saying, but at the same time, I think it comes in different degrees.
of course.
Um, because I have been married and I have two children. So
Absolutely.
I've been in a very long term committed relationship,
Mm.
marriage,
Yes, yes.
and of course everything comes out during marriage. I think it's in relationships you get to practice.
Mm.
It's called practice. But now, of course, I'm hyper aware of all of that, and I can look back and
Mm.
see some of what you're saying rings true.
Mm.
The closer we got, the more intimate we got, the more fear I had.
Yeah.
And then, but me personally, I shut down. I
Mm.
just shut down. I
Mm.
just, I just, I have nothing to say. I just shut down. I'm like, I don't have time for this. Just leave me alone.
Well, I
Uh,
think yeah. And so I think one of the biggest things that a person can learn, and it's through experience, but if that doesn't happen, if we don't have an example of how it can be, is to learn how to uh, accept and be relaxed in intense emotions. Because if you can open yourself up for love and for beautiful bliss and for sexual satisfaction, you also open yourself up for the potential for pain. So it will always go hand in hand with fear. It's how what will we do with this fear? Will it bring us close together, or will we allow it to let our automatic plans drive us apart? And that's been I think one of the challenges that a lot of people, me as for sure, are struggling with. Like once when everything is good, it's all good. But then sometimes when it goes too good, or when there are some struggles, then we go back to those old patterns that we saw perhaps from our parents or from other people that we learned from, and all of a sudden we do what we hate. Well, I did what I hate. Let's talk about me because like I don't talk for everybody, but that's what I see often in my clients that they are so well kept together until it comes to the real stuff that goes to their hearts, you know, about their intimate relationships, because that's what's real, Karen. And so to me, a relationship, an intimate, committed relationship is the fast track for personal growth. If you can grow in
Yes.
those relationships,
I, yes, I'm in agreement. I mean, a real one, an authentic one,
yes.
not one just, where I've also seen people, individuals, or I myself have done it, where, you're attracted to somebody and they're kind of just like there for you not to be alone, kind of, right?
Mm,
Almost
exactly.
like, and I'm not trying to do, everyone's done it, so I'm just going to say it, almost like a pet, where you have somebody where you're there, you're not truly in love with them, but you're with them so that you don't feel alone. But
Mm,
my thing is, so what is the solution, right? There has to come a point in time where you take a look at yourself and you just become tired of the same pattern over and over and over again, and you take a deep long look. And so, okay, so you're in a relationship for fast track to personal growth, but what is the solution to, like, when things get like out of place or become awry, they're not perfect anymore, and you want to like lean into your old patterns? What are some hints? Like, what are some, what can you advise for us to do differently?
well, one of the first things is that we have to learn how to accept and stop fighting our fear. I think that's where a lot of our problems come from. We have fear, and
From
then because we're so
fear, fear, fear of acceptance. Is that what you said?
no that we have to accept that we are afraid. Because one
Okay.
of the biggest problems is not that we're afraid. The
Okay.
biggest problem is that we're gonna run away from our fear. And how do we do that? Some do it by running away in work. In a lot of people do that in work. Sure, a lot of men, a lot of women too, by the way. In sports, in all kinds of activities, and then just they shove everything on the table because it's difficult to look at, under the carpet. I mean, you know.
So essentially, distraction. You're
Yes.
saying distraction. Hmm.
Or you are a person like me, I attack.
Oh my gosh, what do you mean by that? Oh my goodness,
Yeah, just
you
like
attack.
you. If you feel afraid, you can run away. You can do nothing and turn inside, play dead. You know, that's a survival strategy, literally survival strategy. Or you attack, and it's
You
not
attack the
physical.
other individual. Is that what you mean? Like you're attacking the other individual? Like you
Yes,
so you're
it's like
shifting
yeah.
blame.
It doesn't need to be with verbal abuse or something. It can be, but I was not like that. But for me, is then like I start talking about other people first, other women that I'm attracted to, because I'm just afraid. That was my pattern. It was very bad, very destructive, and
So blame shifting. So you go into blame shifting and projection. You
yes.
project your fear onto. Okay, got it.
And
So
so,
once you realize that pattern, first of all, you have to realize the pattern, right?
yeah.
So how do you begin to realize that? How do you begin to uncover that? And then the other thing too is, so how do you catch yourself when you're in that pattern, and what do you do to stop it? And how can
Well,
you transform that?
well, the first thing that is very important is that to get to know that pattern, we have to really start to listen to our partners. So what many times happens is when we get really angry when our partners points us to a mistake, then we have to take a lot of attention because that's our defense mechanism. And so when we feel very intense emotions, then it's a sign like, oh, we have to start paying attention. And then we have to learn to take a step back and look at ourselves. Like, what do we literally do? The problem is when our subconscious mind takes over, literally our brain is not really aware of what we do. It's like when you're
Right,
driving
right,
a car. It's like when you're driving a car, all of a sudden
right,
you're somewhere and you have
right.
no fucking idea how you got there.
Right. It's like autopilot. It's the craziest thing. It's like some energy takes over. It's the weirdest freaking thing. And then you snap out of it and you're like, wait, what just happened?
Yeah,
Like
and
you
then your
wake
partner
out
is
of like a
crying or
zombie mode.
And you're like, why are you so crying? Why are you crying or why are you angry? Because you're not
Right,
fully aware
right,
of what you just said and what you just did. It's very interesting.
right.
And so if you learn to really converse with your partner and she can and you can sit in that in discomfort when your partner explains to you step by step what you did, then
Mhm.
you can start to learn to speak Spanish. Or you can ask your best friend
Right.
if they have the balls to speak up. Because a lot of
That
times
takes
that's the problem.
patience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that takes patience and true love, right? That's what we're talking about here. True love on this day of St. Valentine's Day, right?
What?
And so we're here for each other. We're living in a global world, and we forget that we're sharing this world together, and that together that we can rise above everything that is challenging us and really transform, because we're not in a void. And so I think that's one of the things that you helped me to realize, is that I was lying to myself, that I was okay just hanging out with myself. I mean, I do love myself, and I respect myself and honor myself, and I take care of myself. I value myself, but at the same time, I was kind of using that also as a ploy to tell myself it was okay to not engage authentically in relationship with a man. And I laugh about it now and I giggle about it now because um, I'm inspired.
Mm.
I'm awake and I'm inspired to really just take this on and go full force
Mm.
without fear.
Exactly.
Become that
Well,
that warrior, that warrior.
mm, like to me, it's not about fear, not having fear. To me, it's about having the fear and then still doing it. Like fear is gonna come up. Suppose tomorrow that guy is incredible. You're gonna feel afraid. That's okay. I think I I would feel afraid after the long period. Like I'm not like let me see. I'm doing a celibacy by the way. So I'm gonna look what day I'm at.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wait, how is that going? The celibacy? How's that going?
It's challenging. I'm day 32 plus 7, so that's like day, yeah, 39. Well, it's a challenge because I'm living
Yeah.
here in Bali with all these beautiful, attractive ladies who think I'm an interesting guy, and yeah, so it is rather challenging because you get some very interesting proposals, but it's also very
But you can
beautiful.
do it. You
Oh
can
yeah,
do it.
that's
You
what
can
I'm
do
doing.
it. Yeah.
I decided, and then
Yeah.
it's a long time ago that I really decided something.
But within the challenge, you'll find the seeds of truth, right? At least that's what happened for me. Like, what was it? Because I shared with you, I've been celibate for, well, oh my gosh, well, it's 6 years today. Oh,
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, man.
yeah, no, no, no. I'm not saying that, but I just kept going. But within the challenge, I started seeing that I was giving away my power
Exactly.
to that drive. And why was I giving away that? I mean, it's a strong drive. Let's be real. Woo! Especially for, wow, my goodness. Especially for me. Oh my goodness. I can tell you, I'm such a sexual individual.
Behave.
But I learned to channel that in different ways, and
Yeah.
it's really become a source of power now for me.
Yeah, I also noticed how I'm looking for validation everywhere and how sometimes I just talk out of my ass. It's incredible. Like not only to women, but more so to men. And I notice how I have the habit of trying to seduce every woman that I'm talking to, even if I don't know nothing from her. It is actually not so pretty when I'm seeing myself. It's very interesting that I'm very good in seeing everything for everybody else. helping them in pinpointing all their bullshit and all their masks. That's when they drop down like, because I know very well how to craft a very elaborate mask. There's one, by the way, mask.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I also got to see, I want to share that I got to see something within myself that I didn't accept or didn't even realize until I went through the celibacy route, that, you know, pretty much like, you know, women feel objectified. I had a tendency of objectifying men because I'm
Yeah.
very visual, and, you know, just like, you know, I have like those, um, though I love being a woman, and I love my femininity, and I know when to step back and allow a man to have his space in regards to being a man. I don't try to emasculate. You know, I've learned that, but still, like, there was this part of me that objectified men, you know,
Well,
and it's like kind of challenging to say that.
we are pieces
There,
of
the,
meat. Yeah.
pardon?
We are pieces of meat.
Yeah. Well, not I mean, not entirely just like that, because I also appreciate, um, you know, I need intellectual stimulation. So, but yeah, there was part of me that had that, you know, that had that like
Well,
kind
I
of
think, that's
energy.
healthy.
Woo!
You just have a healthy level of testosterone, my darling.
What did you say? What?
You have just a healthy level of testosterone.
Oh, of sexual something. It's hard to hear you. I apologize.
Testosterone. Like man, I think you have a
Oh,
healthy,
testosterone. Did you
yeah,
just say testosterone? Oh my
yeah. I think you have a healthy level. But that's also normal. You're a high-end woman. You're a high performer. So it's like athlete women, they can be extremely feminine, but they have a higher sex drive. Why? They have higher testosterone. Because they also need it to perform higher. You're a high performer. Same thing.
Got it. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, because I never, I guess I just never accepted myself in that way, because I was always expected to be a certain type of woman, or the conditioning rather. So I was always at odds with myself,
Mm.
trying to be like meek and, you know, different type of person that I am. I'm very strong and I'm opinionated, and but I'm also a woman. I love being a woman. I would never want to be a man ever.
Why
You
would
know,
you?
and nothing against men, but I just feel very honored and blessed to be a woman. Like,
Of
really,
course.
really honored and blessed. Yeah. So, I don't know. It's interesting. We're so complex as human beings, but I think this has been such a beautiful conversation, and I'm so grateful to you for allowing me to participate in your space and to share. Um, and I just hope that this day and every day to come is one of absolute
Absolutely. Let's create it. And one more thing,
love.
perhaps we should make a talk show.
Yeah. Let's do it. I mean, we could do this weekly and then do it, you know, a couple times a week and invite other people. And I'm down for it. One thing I want to tell you though is that I'm going to change my page into a group. That way people can share.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because I thought, yeah, so I'm in the process of doing that. And I'm going to start from scratch and just start a whole new group so that we can all share. But yeah, I would love to do that. I've always wanted to do that. And now
Why
we can
not?
do that on this platform. So,
Exactly.
well, I'm sending you so much love and a big kiss. Mwah. Nico, I look forward to meeting you soon. I don't know when
Yes.
that's going to be, but
Well, in the next couple of months, we will see each other, and you're gonna go through an entire beautiful procedure. Well, it's gonna be intense, but what can you expect from me?
Yeah, and I would like to do like 14 days. 7 days doesn't seem long enough. If I'm gonna go
Mm,
across the country, like
you're
on the
right, you're
whole
right.
other side of the
But
world, why am I 7 days? Are you
absolutely.
kidding
But
me?
what, like then we can talk about all the arrangements, and you know we could spread the days a bit, and then we can see Bali or go diving at the Komodo Islands at Flores, because the diving there is absolutely fantastic.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait. All right, well, enjoy the rest of your evening. Again, thank you so much. And I send you so much love and so many blessings, Nico. Thank you for everything.
Same here, and
All right.
go
No,
devour that man if he deserves it.
where's
If he deserves
wait? Where's my kiss, Nico? Where's my kiss? I'm just kidding. All right, ciao, ciao,
it. Bye.
bye.